Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Fool card. The cosmic reset button is being pushed for you, dear Scorpios. Are you ready? In all of these different areas of your life, you are going to be having a new energy show up for you. So the Fool card, new things, new places, new people, new energies. This is going to be an exciting and potentially quite dynamic week. Remember, all planets, as of the beginning of this week, every single planet in our solar system is direct, which means everything is your fault again, but also you have all of the energy that you need to drive things forward. This is it, right the way through until midway of April. This is a huge deal because it's that forward momentum that we really have been lacking for the last couple of years, and it's kind of sans some of the harder transits, especially that Saturn-Uranus square. It's done, right? Like, that is it. We're not revisiting that for a good while yet, so I am totally here for that. In fact, yeah, as of March, when Saturn moves into Pisces, it's going to start to sextile all of the stuff that's going on in Taurus, which I am totally here for. Now, for your actions and options, you have the 10 of Cups. I mean, what? 10 of Cups with the Fool card. Not only is this good news that's on its way into you, but more importantly, the 10 of Cups represents material blessings, and it also represents the true happy heart of the home. This is a great week for all of you in some way, shape or form. New blessings are showing up for you in the home sector, and everything that you are working towards now really starts to build and really starts to flourish. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a collaborative effort of some sort this week that really comes up trumps or really starts to perform very well. I'm really excited for you. The other thing as well, in terms of the options that are available to you, this isn't so much about you getting out there to make things happen. This is more a week of kind of sitting back and letting yourself collect on some of the good stuff that is showing up for you. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Cups. All right, so we've got a lot of water here. Now, for those of you that are, in fact, let's start here. The overall energy of your communication this week, it's smooth, it's easy, it's connective, and more importantly, it's intuitive. A lot of the conversations that you have this week are going to breed like a lot of intuitive hits. So especially when you're connecting to family members, especially when you're connecting to people that feel like they're part of your tribe, if you like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes up this week, and there's going to be a lot of intuitive energetic hits that really inform you of what's kind of going on from here. For some of you as well, this might be a week where you're initiating a project that you have loved into being, right? So what I mean by this is it's usually something you've put a lot of hard work and effort into, but it's like it didn't feel like hard work because you just genuinely loved what you were doing. This week you are pressing go, something new is getting started, right? For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, especially those of you that don't already have children, this week you could be having serious talks or conversations about new children, about having babies, which is very, very exciting. Not, for everybody, but it's definitely a possibility for a lot of you. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this not only is this where something that you are passionate about really comes together. For those of you that have been working on, like you have those long range plans or not plans, like when you're writing your thesis, when you're writing your, what do they call it here? Your dissertation, all of that kind of stuff. Like this week, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and there's this feeling of like, holy crap, I didn't have time to look up from whatever I was working on, But actually, look at this, right? This is amazing. And there's this overjoyed or like almost very elated feeling of seeing something come into actuality, of seeing something come into being born. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week, allow the conversation to steer itself. And the reason I say this is, in the spirit of collaboration, you and a colleague, you and a friend, you and a work, you know, you got your work wife, your work husband, your or even a superior, you could come up with something this week in the course or through the course of your duties that it's like, oh my gosh, this is actually a brilliant idea. And it's like whatever you're presenting, whatever you're putting forward, everybody loves this. It's something that everybody can kind of use. It's almost like one of those things, you know, when something's so user friendly that it like kind of hits the ground running and everyone's like, what did we do before this? Right? Like you could come up with something like that this week. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, whatever you are initiating this week, I take my hat off to you. You've clearly worked fucking hard, and this is where you get to see some of those results and those good things coming in from all of the hard work that you've done. I always get really excited when I see other business owners win, when I see other business owners like really coming into their own, or something that they've really, really put the hard work into, when it starts to flourish. How can you not, right? It's like, you know, I mean, I'm not a woman, but you know, like how women have that unspoken thing, like where they see another woman, well, the decent ones anyway, where they see another woman win, they're like, yes! Right? That's how I feel about seeing other business owners flourish and thrive and succeed. Because one, like, hello, well done you. Like, you put the work in, you get in the goods. And two, because if they can do it, that means I can do it. There's more than enough of everything in the world to go round. Don't let the media and the world lie to you in that way to tell you that there isn't, okay? Now, that being said, I'm going to get off my soapbox and shut up. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this week, be the matriarch, the patriarch, or the vatriarch. I came up with that word quite a while ago and I'm quite proud of it. Be the person that brings you are the focal point that brings the family together this week, all right? And I would say that is a really good use of your time. There's a potential here for so much closeness and so much joy and so much happiness. And it's rare that I get to give you guys those kinds of messages, right? For the last 6 months, the Scorpios have had like a really bumpy ride of it. So when I get to give you this kind of news, you better believe I'm going to lay it out there. For your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so not the greatest card. I'm like, yay! I got so excited then. You've got the Ten of Swords here in the love and relations. For those of you that are single, that Ten of Swords is going to see you breaking with a past pattern of relationships. So if you've got into relationships or connections or situationships with people that are kind of unavailable in some way, shape or form, this is the week that comes to an end. There is a realization here, but it's not like a tower moment. It's just kind of a, okay, you know, sorry, that's one of my meditation slash manifestation alarms. See, I practice what I preach. This is you letting go of your dating history. You might even be talking this out with a friend. You might even end up having a conversation with a random stranger that gets you to see relationships in a completely different way, light or context. And this could be you really releasing that. Now you've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords. 2 tens represents change, and it usually represents big change at that. So this tells me there's a big shift coming up in relationships. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I don't think this is the end of the relationship. I actually think this is you letting go of this idea, well, you know, the whole world's fucked, and so I wouldn't want to bring children into this, and you know, I get it to a point. But for some of you, you might be erasing that idea that there's never a perfect time to have kids. I have friends and family and siblings. I've got some that it happened by complete surprise, others that planned it to the nth degree. And there's one thing that they all agree on. Whether we were prepared for it or not, you're never really prepared for it. There's no perfect time to have them. You just kind of learn on the job. it's a little bit disconcerting, right, when you hear it like that. But all jokes aside, that is the truth. And to be honest with you, every single person that I know in my friends and my family and stuff that I know as a parent, whether they knew what they were doing or not, they're fucking awesome parents. Okay, so just putting that out there. For your money and materials, you have the Nine of Cups. I mean, look, this is a financial win, right? You've got the Nine of Cups here, you've got the Page of Cups, you've got the Fool card. Not only is that a change in your financial circumstances and destiny, and I don't say that word lightly, but it is also a moment where you're getting a cash out or a payout. If you've been called, for those of you that are out there watching this that have been calling for money, that have been saying, universe, I need you to send me this, I need this resource, and da-da-da-da-da-da, it's coming. It's already on its way, like literally, like it's coming to you. No doubts about this. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Nine of Cups is actually a beautiful card for health and healing because it represents healing itself. You've got this with the Page of Cups and you've got this with the Fool card. For those of you that have been, maybe you've changed your diet, maybe your doctor said to you, look, you know what, this is just an example. Let's say your doctor says to you, you know, you're pre-diabetic, you have to stop eating sugar. For those of you that have been really noble with this and actually done the work, you're about to get some really good news. It's like something that you've done that maybe took quite a lot for you to kind of do or to practice. You're going to see the results from it this week. And then finally, when it comes to the home and environment, the Nine and the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is good news that comes into the home, that comes into the family. With the Page of Cups here, for those of you that already have kids, this could be really good news that comes in via one of your children around their education. This could be around college acceptance. It could be about, you know, secondary school, grammar schools, all of that stuff for those of you that are here in the UK. So this is really good news that comes in through your children. If you don't have any children, this could be really great news that comes in around a pet, especially a pet that's had a problem with like a health issue. So, you know, that could be really nice as well. For those of you that are so inclined as well, there could be a new fur baby coming into the home because that's your Page of Cups and the Fool card. And if it is a new fur baby coming into the home, it will be a little white fluffy ball of some kind. So I totally want to hear from those of you that get new kittens, new puppies, you know, other little cute furry things. Let me know. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.